In the United States, you can pay for a child, walk away with a newborn, and no one will ever ask whether you were fit to receive one. Here in Germany, that same transaction is a crime, and the woman at the center of this story is not a lawyer, not a lobbyist, not an ethicist. She is the product. Anne McCarthy was born in California in 1993, one of the first American children carried by a surrogate mother. From Berlin, the striking thing is not that surrogacy exists. It is how casually the adults around her treated the woman who gave birth to her. When young Anne asked about her birth mother, her parents described her, in Anne's words, like a nice waitress from a café. A pleasant service provider, transaction complete. That is the American reflex Europeans keep noticing. Turn something profound into a market, and the discomfort quietly disappears. Anne knew from the start how she came into the world. There was no traumatic reveal, and she says, for children like her, that is the kindest way. But there was no cultural map either, no films, no books, no one else like her. She was not adopted, not a stepchild. She was something new that America had manufactured before anyone thought to write the manual. At 7, she interrogated her own pediatrician about surrogacy, hoping an adult authority might finally explain her. At 12, she met her birth mother for the first time, sitting silent in the back of a car, staring at a woman who looked exactly like her. Her half-sister had been 6 when Anne was born and simply watched the baby vanish from the house. She still calls her Baby Anne. It took until Anne was 27 for her birth mother to say the words out loud, "This is my daughter." And even then, Anne was left with the question no contract can answer. If you see me as your daughter, why did you leave me? Why did you never make contact? This is where the American system reveals itself. Anne calls it the Wild West. No one regulates the industry. Surrogacy agencies pop up everywhere. If you are a doctor or a lawyer, she says, you can start one of these companies with ease. And crucially, no one in the business will ever tell a paying couple that they do not have a right to a child, because the customer is always right and there is serious money flowing through. Anne's own parents, she says, barely thought about any of it. The system worked beautifully for them precisely because no one required them to think. Now Germany is having exactly this debate. After the resignation of Jens Spahn, the question of legalizing surrogacy has flared up again. Other countries permit it, and the voices pushing hardest tend to be the prospective parents, the couples who want a child. What is almost never in the room is the person Anne became, the one who lived the experiment. Before Germany imports the American model, it might be worth asking the products of that model how it actually felt. That's the view from here. What does it look like where you are? Drop it in the comments and subscribe for the perspective American media won't give you.